Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Denise, and today this is part 3. This is the last part of the unexpected unboxing video series. I spoke earlier in part 1 that I had a friend that came to visit, and when she came to visit she brought me some boxes of items that I had left when I moved, and I had totally forgot all about them. So I am going through the last of the boxes today. So this is part 3 to the unexpected unboxing videos. I did show you this, I think, on day 1 or day 2. This is probably like about 25, maybe 30 years old. I used to make up positive messages and signs. This is Mod Podge on, this is paper. Let me see, how did I do this? This is actually a piece of cardboard, and then I took the printer paper and I printed this 4 to a sheet. And then I Mod Podged the paper on here, and then when I went over the top of the paper, it picked up the brown kind of beigeish wood color from the cardboard, and that's what gives it this kind of look with the Mod Podge. And then I took the rope, like the raffia rope, and just circled it on each end to make it a hanger. And then I painted the back black. I think maybe it was a school convention or a church convention or something, but I kept one for myself. I sold out on them. And what it says is, who told you it couldn't be done? All things are possible if you would just believe. So anyway, like I said, I'm a mixed media artist, so I love making items out of anything I can get my hand on. So okay, we're getting ready to go through the bags. Okay, let me just pull these other 2 crafts together now. I have to give credit where credit is due. I was actually at a what do they call them? Like art fairs where you get a lot of the artists. And like this is about 20-25 years ago. And all of the items have to be handmade. And I have always traded or bartered items that I really like with my items. So one of the ladies, she really liked the, I think back then I was making kufi hats and scarves out of African fabric, and she traded off about probably 10 to 12 of these styles that she made, and they sit actually on a wherever you want to sit it, on the desk or whatever. But she would make them with all different occupations. Like this is a nurse, you can see here. And this is made out of the, I'm trying to think when this was popular. This is made out of the spools, thread spools, wood thread spools, and the wooden balls. And she did everything, the hand painting and all of that. I have, well, no, I don't have it. I sold out, but I'll make some. I'll make some online. I do this, but I do this with a square, like wooden plaque, and I did the hair, and I don't do I'm not as good as she is. She could just hand paint this, so I had decals, face decals on mine. But we'll see if I get the opportunity before the holidays. I think I'll make a couple of them, and then just show you how they're made. But they're really cute, and they're really great for any of your scrap fabrics that you have left over. It is perfect. And then any of those buttons, like these are buttons that she's using for the legs and for the feet. So it's just a fantastic idea. On mine I had just fabric with stuffing in it, but I really like how she used the buttons to make it like a slinky. And for those of you who do not know what a slinky is, ask your grandmother or your mom. It was a toy made by Mattel where it could actually walk down the steps. Okay, so for that, let's see here. Should just be a couple of bags here. I have a big bag here with the bracelets. I'm going to do that last, but I'm going to see what's in the smaller bags here. Okay, and this looks like this is, gosh, yeah, boy, this is old. I remember this. Whoa, maybe way back in either Florida or Atlanta. When I mentioned those, I'm talking 25, at least 25 years ago. But anyway, these are bracelets, and it looks like the bracelets have turned a little. What I normally do is I will clean the bracelet with the jewelry cleaner, and whenever I paint, I don't paint on the inside of the bracelets because people's skin is against that. I would just paint carefully on the outside of the bracelet because I don't like any type of epoxy resin or anything should not be on top of a person's skin. That is not healthy. So that's what I would do with this, or I would open it up, use some type of African fabric and put an African sleeve across this, or use blue jean fabric and make a sleeve across it and then just decorate it. Also too, you can actually yeah, you know what, I think this is probably what I'll do with the yarn. I have yarn, and I am looking around as I am talking to you to see if I see it. Okay, but I don't. But I would do, you know what, I would weave yarn in between this. I would just clean it up first, weave yarn in between this, and then also I would do one where I would weave an 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch ribbon through that. So I think that will be, yeah, that'll be a really nice design. Okay, let's see here. I don't know. This looks like a really long earring, and I couldn't tell you guys. I'm not sure. It looks like a, what do they call this animal? Not a seafarer. If you guys know what this animal is, please let me know in the comments below. Let me see if there's a mate to it. I'm looking for something else over here. I don't know if this is, I don't know, it kind of looks like it's broken. I'm not really sure. What is this called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, I'll figure out something to do with this. I'll probably make this a dangle on a keychain or a charm, phone charm or purse charm. That's probably what I'll do with this because it looks like those are single. This earring is just going to go into my single earring box, which I'm just going to throw right in behind me because I don't have time to go through that right now. So yeah, so to me it looks like this broke off, and when that happens, like I said, I do mixed media, so sometimes I can glue like this part on top of fabric or on top of cardboard or whatever type of design that I'm making. I'm really just going to set aside and make time to do my my mixed media art pictures that you can actually hang on your wall. This looks like this is a piece of mother of pearl, and it broke, it split. I remember these necklaces. I think there were about a dozen. Those are all gone. Okay, let's look at this other bag here. Okay, and these are pendants made at a, excuse the noise here. Let's see if I can put this bag aside. These were pendants made, oh gosh, this has got to be, oh, they've got to be like 20 years old. This was a art class that I took in Atlanta, and this class, what you could use was actually what did she say? Your wire had to be like this width. This was like a workshop. So your wire had to be this width, and you made a lot of designs. Now, a lot of the people in the class were, you know, professional artists. I was the only amateur in the class, but hey, sometimes you have to go with it. And so they would make really intricate pieces, and I think the class was like 6 or 8 hours long. It was all day on a Saturday. And for me, I just could not do the intricate work. I did learn how to beat the metal to kind of get a texture from it. And so I made pins. These are lapel pins that I was making back then. And like I said, this is really amateur work. This is like, this is like 20 some odd years ago. This one I kind of like. This one could probably work on a lapel. This is onyx, black onyx. I don't think it's polished, but this is black onyx and cowrie shell. So yeah, I mean, I could put this on this one will work. I could actually put this on a black suit lapel. So let me see where I put. Okay, yeah, I put the pin up here, so I could actually pin this on. And this, I think, is when the brooches were really big. So what I did, because I did not know how to do a lot of the intricate work that they did, this is another one, I would just add beads to my wire. And a lot of people there just only worked in wire. And they were like, you got to be kidding me. You're cheating. I was like, how am I cheating? They were like, you just throw a big bead on it and turn a couple of times and you're done. The whole purpose of the class is to learn intricate wire making. So, yeah, my beads go with me everywhere. So that's what I did. I would start it with a bead and just twist and twist and then beat the metal. And then I was done. I apologize to the artist, but guys, my attention span is just, I want to learn the basics, and then I am on to something else. So if this is looking really amateur to you, I apologize, but it is what it is, and that's what I did. So yeah, so these are, and that's probably why they're in this bag, because I didn't sell anything, or I didn't put anything up for sale. They made me feel so bad about my artistic ability in that class. And I am by all means actually a professional seamstress. So my love is fabric and beads, but I am a lover of fabric and all different types of prints and scarves. I love, love, love scarves because of the colors and the prints and things like that. So right now we're getting through 1 million beads, but I will be introducing my sewing into this as well. So yeah, so this was like a project of learning. I'm not going to say a failed project, but I just did some mixed media with it. And of course you see cowrie shells because I love cowrie shells. But yeah, this was supposed to be a intricate wire wrapping class that went south, or went all wrong for me. But anyway, I'm going to figure out, like I said, I do have my 3D mixed media art pictures that I make, so I may be able to like put this in a corner, wrap this around a little bit tighter, put it in the corner of one of the 3D mixed media pictures that I make. So like I said, I don't throw anything away. To me, this would still be nice on a lapel of a suit, so I still like that. I like the colors of the copper and the beads that actually have, you know, some of the copper in it. So I really like the copper colors. This may not work so well with this, but anyway. And then this is limestone. Yeah, this is limestone. So yeah, the pins on the back of that. Okay, and then this is tiger eye. So these are actually, you know, still precious stones. I definitely keep these. I may pull the wire out of them and make something else, or just leave the I think this is E6000 on here, which may not come off. But anyway, just use it as a pendant. But yeah, guys, you're gonna see everything. You're gonna see my failures, my successes, any and everything that I've touched. I think over the last, I don't think I have anything over 40 years. I may have a couple of items that are 40 years old. Okay, so this is the, I don't know. This is just, looks like this is really small seed bead necklace. So yeah, so I'm not going to pull that out. I have beads everywhere. This is just a long African bone bead. I just put a pin on the back of it to make it into a pendant. So yeah, so I'm thinking this is when the lapel pins were really popular, and you could just, you know, put a pin on pretty much on the back of anything and people will wear it as a lapel pin. So this is really good. So I think I'm going to leave this just like that, just like it is. Let's see, I'm not going to take everything out of this bag because I think, let's see here, I can use this clip. So I'm definitely going to take this. Yeah, this is a catch-all bag. I would use this for a tassel on the bottom of a keychain or a purse tassel. Here's this, and I have to be careful because there's straight pins in here. So I got to be real careful. This is one of the bracelets that I showed you earlier. I'm just going to put it in there with that bracelet. Yeah, this looks like, to me, this bag has everything. It's a catch-all. Yeah, it's probably a box and I just threw it in here. I see a brass bead. I see a single earring. This looks like another single earring. What is this here? Is this a ring? This looks like a hematite ring, but it looks like it had something on it. And once again, I'm going to be real careful with these pins because I don't want to stick myself. Here's a chain, like a rope chain. I could actually put some charms around that, I think, depending on how tight the rope is. There looks to be some damage on there, so probably what I would do is just cut two pieces from the rope and then make some dangle earrings. Okay, guys, everything else in here looks like just loose beads. And I'll take these two earrings and put them behind me in the single earring box. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this bag aside. That's a catch-all. One more, and then we're doing the bracelets, and then that will end this series of the videos. Okay, yeah, these are definitely old. I'm gonna say this is like 1980s old. I like how big and chunky it is. Yeah, this is a bag, I think, from the 1980s items. I went through at one time and separated everything by decades. Those things that I knew of, I separated it by decades, and I think this was that 1980s bag. Okay, So let me see first what we have in here. Okay, so these are some big baubles. They're resin, but they're big bauble beads. I can actually use these. So what I'm going to do is set it aside and put it in my my box with all black. And I do have a box with black and white, but I think I'm going to put this in the box with all black. Okay. These are belt buckles. So these are belt buckles. Sometimes when I have fabric that is not wide but long, I'll make belts out of them. So I will keep these two belt buckles aside for that, in order to do that. Now I think I'm missing the hook off of here, because it's like, oh wait a minute, maybe this goes together. Okay, it does. See, you never know. So this is an actual belt buckle, metal. Looks like brass and pewter. Yeah, but that's nice. That's a nice belt buckle. So I have to figure, when I get to my fabric, maybe make a really nice belt to go with this. Okay. Okay, and then these are clip-ons. You can see they're tarnished a little. And some people like this look. Distress, I think is what it's called. A distress look. So maybe I'll see if I can clean these up a little and just sell them as vintage or stress look. But I do like the design. They're big. They were made in Korea. So yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, these are definitely 1980s. Okay, and here's another pair. Not sure what this design is on here. It's kind of like an open metal weave. Yeah, this is Korea too. So I want to say these are 1980s. There's a little pair of earrings here. It's just a resin and then an actual seashell on the bottom. So it is a pair. So I'm going to put these with my pairs of earrings. Here's another single earring. I'm going to put this behind me. And here's another one there. I'm going to put that behind me in the single earring box. And then this is a bracelet. So what's happening here, because all of the beads are different, I'm just going to take them loose, put a chain on them. It'll have to come up, the chain won't have to come up to a V on both sides, because the holes are on the sides and not at the top or the bottom. And they're not even really holes, they're soldered. So it's just a soldered frame, has the loop on the sides versus the top or the bottom. But they'll make really nice, phone charms, backpack charms, and purse charms and tassels, because the colors are fairly vibrant, and they're a large faux stone, faux beads. So yeah, this bag was definitely from the 80s. Okay guys, this is the last bag coming to you, and I think I'm just going to pour everything out. These are all bracelets, so they came from somebody's shop, and I either purchased them or bartered to get them, to put them on my table, to add a variety of things on the table. This looks like the 9/11 firefighters. I think one of the conferences that we were doing, they gave these actually to us. It's a metal bracelet there. I won't take it out. Okay. And then this is a beaded bracelet. And you know me, when I see beads, I see pairs of earrings. Oh, and I like the way they did the blue. It's like a tie-dye blue. It's a light blue color wood. And you can see the tie-dyes on there. So I really, really like that. So I'm definitely going to take this loose and make earrings out of this. Yeah, Definitely that. I think this is the only beaded one that I have. Okay. Okay, I remember, yeah, a vendor traded this off with me in Kansas. She traded this one. She traded this one. Where's the other one that she traded? And I think this one. So these are all bracelets, and this was just to give me something different to put on my table, so I could have a variety of items. You kind of always want to get any and all customers when you're out at fairs or festivals. So those are those. And this one is just a real skinny one. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure where this one came from. This one I think came from Georgia. Yeah, this one I think came from Georgia. Here's another one. It's kind of like a animal print. And here's one that is like encased. It's like wood encased in lucite. Here's another one. More of an animal print. And you can actually make these, guys. You can get the blanks. And like this, you just wrap whatever your fabric or whatever you're putting over it. And then once you wrap it, you glue it down in the inside. And then you just take a piece of grosgrain ribbon, or like here, it's like a thin piece of plexi plastic, and you just glue it down. So you can make your bracelets. Okay, this one is bone and brass. This one is nice. This one is bone and brass. If I can get the width of my hand through here, I would keep this one. But yeah, this is bone and brass. I'm not sure what country this came from. I know it's not it wasn't made here in the U.S. But yeah, this is bone and brass. It's nice. Okay, and then this is another resin bracelet. I like the color. It kind of has like an iridescent to it. And then it has like the black brick type of 3D rays to it. This one is a beaded one. This one came, I don't remember the country, but I know it wasn't America. So this is all beaded. And I think this came in a couple of different colors. The only problem that I have with this is that the wire would sometimes stick you. I don't know. This looks like it came in a bag of bracelets. But once again, the thing that you can do when you have the open weave through the metal is that you can add beads, you can add yarn, you can add fabric. There is so much you can do with this. Okay, now here's another beaded one similar to this, but it's smaller. So, yeah, I think I looked at it because sometimes you can use the seed beads, but the holes on this is really small. So this is another beaded one. This somebody sold to me. I forgot, one of those, the jewelry companies. I can't remember the name of the jewelry company, but I was at somebody invited me to one of the jewelry parties, and I picked up this. And the reason why I picked up this is because of all of the beads that were on this. I said, okay, I can cut this, take it a loose, I can make earrings out of this. And I saw like maybe 10 pairs of earrings. So yeah, so whenever you're invited to those jewelry parties and you have to purchase something and you really don't want anything, buy something that has a lot of beads on it. So I thought this was a different bead, and I said, okay, I can cut this loose and make some really cute earrings, either with the chain hanging, the V hanging down from the chain, or me grouping it together. So yeah, that's a tip. And let's see, last but not, this is more mother of pearl. I think this came in a bag with 6 different colors. And I got this again for the beads. I actually cut this up and make earrings out of this. So, no, this is the last one. Okay, and this, I think this is from India. I think this is from India because this is brass. Yeah, this is brass, and this looks like pewter. But yeah, I think this actually came from India. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see all the intricate work on there. So these two I'll keep for myself. If I can wear them, these two I'll definitely keep. And then maybe this one I'll keep. Everything else can go up for sale or be redesigned. And I just took a quick look at this, that, you know, I may put a cowrie shell or something inside of this. Yeah, I may do that, or some yarn or ribbon. But okay, guys, this concludes the last of this series, which is actually the unboxing, the unexpected unboxing. I was not expecting that box. Totally forgot that I even had those boxes and that she was holding them for me. But, you know, like I said, you can't complain when you get more inventory. That is something, especially with the holidays coming up, that is something that you can actually, you know, sell or give away as gifts. Well, I don't know if that's going to stay together or not. Alright, guys, thanks so much for your time. Greatly appreciated. If you like what you've seen so far, please like our videos, subscribe, and share them with others. And I think we're going to call it a day. So have a fantastic day or evening. I will be talking to you soon. Bye.